Hello, and welcome to episode 3, part 4 of our series on living and coping with worry, anxiety, and depression. In this video, we will cover worry time, a technique we can use to help us manage our worries. My name is Andreas, and I am an assistant psychologist with the Personality Disorder Community Service within CPF team. In the previous videos within this series, we covered what is helpful and unhelpful worry, how to explore our worries by checking the facts, and how to problem solve. In this video, we will explore how the worry time technique can help us cope with overwhelming worries. We all worry from time to time. However, sometimes we may find ourselves worrying about things more than is helpful, which can drain our energy, preventing us from doing what we want, and leading to anxiety, insomnia, and chronic stress. If you think that your worries are taking up too much time and energy, then you can use worry time to help you deal with them more effectively. The aim of worry time is to reduce the amount of time we spend worrying by keeping it to a certain time during the day. This can improve our mental health, reduce stress and anxiety, and free up time and energy that we can use to engage with activities and people around us. It is important to understand that we are not trying to stop worrying altogether. You might have noticed from your experience that the harder we try to push a thought away, the more we end up thinking about it. This may sound counterintuitive, but that's how our minds work. Because of this, we use worry time to allow ourselves to worry in a more constructive way. There are 3 steps to using worry time effectively. Step 1 is to set up a worry time. Step 2 is postponing worries to the scheduled worry time and learning to bring our attention back to what we're doing. And step 3 is using our worry time effectively. Now let's look at each of these steps in more detail. The first step is to set up and plan for your worry time. This is a specified time during the day in which you are allowed to worry. Schedule your worry time for the same time every day so you learn to associate that time with worrying. You can choose whatever time during the day works best for you. However, it is recommended to do it late enough in the day that you will actually have things to worry about, but early enough that you will have time to relax before bedtime. Somewhere between 6 or 7 p.m. works for many people, though this can be adapted to suit your schedule. We do not want to associate worrying with a place where we might want to relax, such as our bedroom. Instead, you can find a place in your home that's not too comfortable and that you can take your worry time and then leave. It is usually advised to make this a 15 to 30 minute period, but make sure you do not go over 30 minutes. You can set an alarm to help you stick to this. After the 30 minutes are over, you need to be able to stop worry time. Planning an activity to do straight after can help with this transition. You could try watching TV, exercising, calling a friend, or any other activity that will help move your attention away from your worries. The next step is learning to postpone your worries at all times other than your worry time. During the day, worrying thoughts will continue coming to you. When that happens, notice the thought and write it down. This could be a note on your phone, a notebook, or post-it notes. As mentioned earlier, it is important that you do not try to push the thought away, as that will only create more tension. Once you have written it down, reassure yourself that you will worry about this later, and then move your attention to something else. This could be any activity that can bring your attention away from the worrying thought. Some examples of activities that can help shift your attention away from the worry and back to the present include taking a breathing space or doing a short guided meditation, noticing 5 things you can see, hear, smell, or touch in the room around you, making a drink or snack for yourself, calling a friend or family member to talk about something else other than your worries. The last step is using your worry time effectively. To use this time effectively, come back to the list of worries that you've written down throughout the day. For each one, ask yourself, can I do something about this? And divide your worries into two piles: the things you can do something about and things you have no control over. For the worries that you can do something about, you can then create a plan on how to problem solve. For example, if you're worried about your mental well-being while self-isolating, you can plan some activities each day that will help you cope, such as exercising, calling a friend, or doing any other activity that helps lift your mood. Another example might be that you are worried about coping with an overwhelming workload. In this case, you might problem solve by being more assertive with your boundaries when others delegate work to you. Alternatively, you might break down the work you have to do and make a plan for when and how to address each part. After making a plan, you might want to consider sharing it with someone who can support you, even if just by keeping you accountable to following through with it. If you would like a more detailed guide on how to problem solve, I would encourage you to watch part 3 of this series, which provides further guidance on effective problem solving. On the other hand, dealing with the worries that you have no control over involves changing your focus of attention and letting go. There are several skills to help you do this, which are covered in part 6, 7, and 8 within this series. If you find yourself struggling with these kinds of worries, we encourage you to watch those videos. This brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to manage your worries using the worry time technique. Thank you for watching.